controlled by the New World Order.
Oh, you didn't know?
You ready? Let's go!
Are you ready? I said, are you ready? Feed me. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. My name is Big Daddy Cool Vinny Apicella, and we start out with a very somber note on the Sportswire today. We just found out yesterday, being Friday, July 31st, 2015, that WWE Hall of Famer, the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, passed away in his sleep at the age of 61. So I felt it would be, very good to start out with a tribute to him and a moment of silence. So please, we're going to go for a moment of silence for Roddy Piper right now. All right, I know you're not supposed to have, pardon the term, dead air on radio, especially because you can't. It's not a visual form of media, but especially for moments of silence for people that pass away, you need to have it. And very sad, very shocking, and very sad. I talked about Roddy Piper a lot in the past couple weeks. He'd been all over places. I mean, I listened to his podcast, Piper's Pit, or Piper's Pit Pod, as he called it. His good friend, Earl Skakel, Inappropriate Earl, I just tweeted out his, Facebook posted his podcast Thursday. Matter of fact, Roddy Piper was scheduled to be on his podcast on Friday. And, then we all got the news that he had passed. So obviously that podcast did not take place. I tweeted over to Inappropriate Earl. He and I, you don't know people specifically when, you're on Twitter or Facebook, but you kind of have a camaraderie, especially when people retweet and mention you and, retweet and favorite and all that kind of stuff. So, it's just sad. Obviously, Roddy Piper is trending now because everybody's paying their tributes, and it's amazing. Because one thing I have to say that really, I don't want to say upset me so much, but Stone Cold Steve Austin put out his condolences to Roddy Piper's family and everything, which is classy, of course. But I don't want to I would never blame anybody for a heart attack because, things happen, your lifestyle happens. But it was because of Steve Austin that Roddy Piper got fired from Podcast One. He got his Legends deal with the WWE was taken away, terminated. So it's almost like one of those things where I think it was in poor taste, no matter how much you want to, send your condolences. I thought it might have been in poor taste that Steve Austin did that. But whatever the case may be. So I do have to let everybody know about our sponsors. First of all, there's Dean Wild, who I've been playing her music on the show. Her recording label, Stay Blessed Productions, is sponsoring Fat Cat Radio. Wayne Jones Management Company, www.blemg.com. And then Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions. You can find him on Facebook, Jerry Wilson. And then all of our internet areas and ways to listen to the Sportswire and all of Fat Cat Radio's programming. You can go to www.swe-ct.com, www.myfatcatradio.com, facebook.com/SportswireCT, facebook.com/BDC-Vinny-Apicella, facebook.com/FatCatRadio Enterprise. On Twitter, Pinterest, Periscope, Foursquare, Tumblr, SoundCloud, Tout, Instagram. The list goes on and on. You can find us at if it needs an @ sign, but SWE Connecticut. And then on Google Plus, YouTube, and Skype is Sportswire SWE. So definitely check them out. Check it out because you can always Skype us and try to get you on the air. I'm still working out that technology to utilize Skype, to utilize Skype into the podcast so that we could work it out. So I can get interviews from other people. I am going to be working on getting an interview with Deanna Marie. She is a 22-year-old female from Ellington, Connecticut. She is going. She actually had applied for Tough Enough. Got the denial letter, I guess, from Triple H or the call. I'll talk to her about that when I actually meet up with her. I don't know exactly when, within the next couple weeks or so. But I just wanted to give you a quick programming note that that's going to happen. I've also I also reposted it, and there was an interview done with Eric Bischoff last week. A huge interview. Don't get me wrong, it was huge. It was like a 2-hour interview. But he had talked about the Hulk Hogan racism controversy and everything, and quite honestly, it's one of those things where he spoke about it, and I'm working on trying to get the permission to use a couple of sound bites, and I think I finally have permission, and but I'm actually going to have somebody else on the air with that in terms of just kind of go over it. It's somebody I tweeted at him on over the weekend, actually over the end of the week, and let me see if I can get his at least his Twitter name out there. Just because I want to give him props, and he's going to end up coming on the show, I think, on Monday, if I can get everything together in a recorded interview. Where are we? Okay, his name is Shinblade, which is at Shinsational1. I also have to email somebody else about it. So it's at Shinsational1, Shinblade. He did the interview. So I just wanted to, let you all know that I'm working on a couple of big things coming for the future. I've been getting quite a few requests from local musical talents about playing their songs on my show, and that's been great. Actually, we're going to be debuting a new band on the show today. It's the band name is The Muggs, Muggs. Be playing their song that apparently they're Detroit's #1 rock trio, and so I'll be playing them today on the show out of their album Born Ugly, and their song that I'll be playing is Losing End Blues. I'll be playing a little later on today. Jenna Marotta is another one that I got some new music from her, as I spoke about at the last show. So, it's going. It takes, after I record an hour and a half podcast, it takes about a half hour just to promote it to every group I'm in to get, just to get people to listen to it. And thank you, folks, for listening to it, because we're getting the listens up there. Especially people subscribing to us on iTunes. You can go to iTunes, go to the podcast page, search Sportswire, look for our flame logo, subscribe. That means that every episode will be going directly to whatever listening apparatus you choose, whether it be an iPhone, an iPod, an iPad, a computer. Through your Android, you can go to the Spreaker app and look for Sportswire. And go to Spreaker.com/show/sports-wire. Those are the millions of different ways you can listen to the Sportswire, and I appreciate every single person that listens to not only the Sportswire, but you can also go over to All Fat Cat Radio itself. So, anyways, as I was saying, it's a somber episode. We got a lot to talk about. Obviously, the biggest thing on our minds and on our hearts is the Hot Rod, Roddy Piper, again, passing away yesterday, the 31st of July. He was 61 years old, and from what I've heard, he's had a heart attack in his sleep. Just another, within 2 months, two major WWE Hall of Famers were taken from us. Dusty Rhodes in June and Roddy Piper in July. And very sad, very sad. As a matter of fact, Ronda Rousey, who her name is Rowdy Ronda Rousey, which she actually specifically asked Roddy Piper to use the name Rowdy, which he gave her his blessing. She's actually dedicated her fight tonight on August 1st against Beth Correia. We'll be going over that in a little while as well. She dedicated that fight to Roddy Piper in what was a very classy move. They were friends. She was on one of his podcasts. It's great. It's one of those things where you can celebrate his life. He was a fantastic WWE superstar. Whether he was a heel or a face, he'll be the first one to say he made the heel cool. He was a born villain, a born heel, but later on in his career, he was mainly a babyface. In the early '90s when Flair came over to the WWE, and they had their feud, and Piper was a part-time commentator as well with Randy Savage of all people, and Vince McMahon. That was a really weird trio for broadcasting, but Roddy Piper dead at the age of 61. Very, very heartbreaking. So before I move on, because we're also going to be talking about the trade deadline and who went where. How did the Yankees do? How did the Mets do? How did the Red Sox do? The Red Sox. How did they do in the trading deadline? Go over the Rousey fight. We still got our dumb law of the day as well. So let me get to our first song. This is AJ Jansen. This is a new song I haven't played on the show before. It's called Bars, Scars, and Old Guitars. AJ Jansen right here on the Sportswire.
What's a little girl like me singing songs out in the country? Well, I've been playing this circuit since about 10:30. Guess my wild roots ain't so blonde. I've been sowing the seeds I've grown in this hip hop, pop, rock, country kind of world. And I've seen Graceland and Memphis and the Country Music Hall of Fame. I've seen the Southern Shore and the General Store where everybody knows my name. And I've been baptized and criticized for taking this road too far. Now I'm living on bars, deep-rooted scars, and these old guitars. Well, the beat run ain't so bad when you play a crowd of three. But the legend before started like this, girl, here you see. I make a living
right, and that was AJ Jansen with Bars, Scars, and Old Guitars right here on the Sportswire. AJ Jansen, definitely a great talent, which is why I've been obviously playing her music. And, she's from Connecticut, local talent, great country singer. Check her out, AJ Jansen. She's on Facebook. As a matter of fact, now that I post, I tag just about everybody I can on our on the posts I do, which is why it takes about a half hour to promote it after I'm done with the podcast. So anyway, let's move on, shall we? All right. So today is August 1st, 2015. For those of you keeping track, it is a Saturday. I've kind of altered the schedule of the Sportswire to match certain things. We still do 2 episodes a week, but I've kind of altered it to Tuesday and Saturday, so like Monday and Thursday or Monday and Friday. But it'll be random. You would never know when a new Sportswire is coming out. So definitely, listen to all of them. If you subscribe to the show on iTunes, because then the newest episode will come right to your listening apparatus, and you'll never miss an episode. If it happens to be where I do another episode on Monday, you'll get another one on Monday. I mean, I know there are podcasts that happen every single day. I just choose only 2 per week because that's easiest for scheduling purposes. But that's the way it is. So definitely check it out, check everything out, keep on listening, and I thank you for the people that do listen. So tonight, Ronda Rousey, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, the world's most dangerous female athlete. She is obviously facing Beth Correia. She's actually in Brazil right now. And, obviously she's... So, she's obviously going to be putting her bantamweight title on the line. So, as you know, Ronda Rousey is part of the 4 horsewomen. And no, I'm not talking about the 4 horsemen. I'm talking about the 4 horsewomen. I guess I'm assuming the 4 most premier female fighters in UFC: Marina Schaefer, Jessamine Duke, Shayna Baszler, and Ronda Rousey. They are the 4 horsewomen. And, it's like a WWE faction. Obviously the 4 horsemen were a WCW faction. Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, and numerous other people. But the main ones were Ric Flair, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Barry Windham with J.J. Dillon. And it's funny because Ronda Rousey looks to be, I don't know if she'll necessarily be in competition at WrestleMania in Dallas coming up next April. Obviously, it's all up to Dana White. But she will more likely be there. Technically, if she's under contract at UFC, Dana White has all the control, but she probably will be there. And if she's not facing Stephanie McMahon or in a mixed tag, she'll be in the corner of The Rock, as The Rock is going to end up facing Triple H. Another year storyline in advance. But it's one of those things where she's absolutely phenomenal. You watch her matches, and I think I saw a graphic yesterday where, like, in the past, in all of her matches, with the exception of maybe the first 2, they ended within a first round tap out. It's like, holy crap. There are guys on there, and I had this discussion with my buddy Brian last night, because he's a big UFC fan, but he doesn't really like the UFC women, because the UFC men, you get more blood and gore and this and that. But you know what? I think I have more respect for the... Don't get me wrong, they're all phenomenal athletes. But I think I have more respect for the females. And it has nothing to do with any kind of fantasies or whatever. But it's more along the lines of they have excelled to the point where it's not fist fighting anymore. It's literally like amateur wrestling style, just with the volume turned way up. obviously the UFC is a male-dominated genre of sports. It's like that in, even in the WWE. And don't let me get started on the WWE Divas division, although they are doing some good stuff with the Divas Revolution. I'll get on that later. But Ronda Rousey, and I think Ronda Rousey is definitely a trendsetter. So that's because of how good she is, okay? Because of how good she is, she has, crossed over into pop culture. It's funny. Sorry about that. Trying to fix my microphone. It's funny because she had a part in Fast 7. I think it was Fast 7 with Vin Diesel, and that was Paul Walker's final movie before he passed. And
Fast and Furious.
And actually, it was Fast and Furious 7, but it was actually Furious 7 is what it was being billed as. They did Fast 4, Fast 5, Fast 6, and then now it's Furious 7, and they're going to look for Furious 8. Vin Diesel actually bought the rights to 9 of them. I don't know how much you could do with it, but hey, you know what? It works. So Ronda Rousey was in that. From what I've heard, she was in Expendables 3 as well. And it says here, I'm reading this on ESPNW of the ESPN website. By now, the legend of the 4 horsewomen of MMA, Rousey, Duke, Shayna Baszler, and Marina Shafir, has been well circulated. The fan-chosen moniker, based on the famed 80s pro wrestling heel team, the 4 Horsemen, has its origin in the 18th season of The Ultimate Fighter, the UFC's reality show. And Ronda Rousey was actually Ultimate Fighter coach when they did the 18th season on Spike TV. They did, I believe, they did all women, and she fought off against. They faced off against Misha Tate, who I guess she was. I guess Ronda Rousey and Misha Tate had a big feud going back quite a few years or months, and I watched that fight last night. We went out to eat, and it was on Fox Sports 1. They were previewing the fight tonight, but it was just a matter of, holy cow, this woman, Ronda Rousey, is just absolutely phenomenal. I don't think I'll be going to watch the fight tonight, but I'll definitely be, checking in, and I'll bring you the results coming up. But it's, she has done a lot for female athletes. Obviously, with the WWE, the Divas Revolution is sparked all because of Ronda Rousey, because she's showing that women are not the fragile or the weaker sex as everybody has thought over the past 2,000 years. Going back to biblical times when women couldn't do anything. They had to hide their face. Even in the Islamic culture, they still have to wear those headdresses, those head things, and I don't know the names. So I'm not trying to be prejudiced or racist here. I'm just saying what I don't know the names. They have to wear the headdresses. They need they need to cover up all of their body. And I think with Ronda Rousey and what she's doing for females everywhere, not even just athletes, but females everywhere, saying that we're here and we're just as strong, just as able to do stuff as men, and they're they stay very attractive looking doing it. I'm not but it's like you don't have to worry about women fighting anymore about the whole pulling hair or anything. This because even back in the day with women wrestling, it's like the women wrestlers. Fabulous Moolah, Mae Young, going back, for years and years and years, they were always, not attractive. They were kind of, I think the Big Show put it as, I don't remember, like grizzled, almost like grizzled veteran, but that's all wrestlers in general back then. But like when you start coming into the 80s and you started with like Wendy Richter and then Rockin' Robin and Sensational Sherry, who, they were the first women that were actually semi-attractive, and they were put out, for wrestling and put out on pay-per-views and everything. Then you move into the '90s and the Alundra Blaze or Medusa, and then she still had her Japanese. They had to find talent for her, like Ronda Singh and Bull Nakano. But and then you get into the late '90s with the evolution of the diva with Sable and Sunny and Trish Stratus, Mickie James, Lita, Gail Kim. Now they're just eye candy. You look at the Bella Twins, who they've been getting better. I will admit that, but they're not where they should be in terms of wrestlers. Kelly, same thing. She was eye candy. Candice Michelle, same thing, eye candy. Alicia Fox. They're all eye candy. But now with NXT and Ronda Rousey, this Divas Revolution is going full forward to show that women are able to carry. And I think this is the only part that TNA had over the WWE a long time ago when they had their knockouts start headlining Impact Wrestling. They started headlining pay-per-views. I remember I heard of one female title, women's or knockout champion ladder match between Taryn Terrell and Gail Kim, and I heard it took the house down. So it's like women can do the same thing as men. It's just a matter of getting the opportunity and not being held back because they are women. I mean, granted, women have a few different, I don't want to say challenges, but a few different things to deal with, I should say, when it comes to, their bodies, their lives, because you want to start a family and, obviously the woman is the one that carries the baby, men don't. So it's like you still have that. But when you have a woman who's willing and trained to be in a cage fight, well, then, you know what? It's, that's the way it is. So when Beth Correia, when Beth Correia 1 year, over a year ago, April 26th, she was in the Baltimore Arena. At the time, she was an undefeated Brazilian bantamweight. Beth Correia, she raised 4 fingers on her right hand. And she had fought Jessamine Duke. And she had beat her in 3 rounds. So, and she put up the 4 fingers and put one down, as if to say she took out one of the 4 horsewomen. So she was calling out Ronda Rousey. And then, now a year and a half later, she's actually going to be fighting her. So be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And now she's going to have to face Ronda Rousey, which I think all the money in the world is on Ronda Rousey. I don't think anybody thinks that Beth Correia can beat Ronda Rousey. I know I don't. That's my whole big spiel, so to speak, on female athletes, female MMA fighters, female wrestlers, whatever you want to call, whatever you want to talk about. Definitely send comments, questions my way. Check us out on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and then or you can email sportswire@swe-ct.com. All right, so we're going to go to our next song. This is going to be our good buddy Jay Deuce with Never Take Us Down, right here on the Sportswire.
From the vast, expansive universe, in a small city at the heart of the United States, one borough is responsible for the birth of hip-hop.
Say on the track, waiting on me behind me. Say on the track, waiting on me behind me. And say on the track, waiting on me behind me. And say on the track. Say on the track, signified in the back. Got an army all behind me, opposition is whack. Devils try to take me down, but we're sending them back. This is not your opinion, this is a matter of fact. I'ma make the speakers blow, better keep it on track. Knowing who is on my side by the way that they act. Many people can rhyme, but not many can rap. If you don't respect the game, then you're caught in the trap. People try to take me down, but there's something they lack. It's a call of my God, it's picking up all the slack. Set yourself on the map. What you think scrap. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up off my block, you'll never take me down. Baby, it's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up off my block, you'll never take me down. Baby, it's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no.
During this ride, make sure your belt is fastened. With J Deuce's rapping, amazing happens. Forward in high fashion, that's the main attraction. Very little I'm lacking, many lines I'm packing. You want something real, let it be your satisfaction. Similar to NFL Madden, these tracks I'm tackling. I look to inspire with the rhymes I'm stacking. It develops into verses supposed to be attractive. So it looks good, consider it lyrical fashion. Cause my concepts and metaphors are all matching. Ain't nothing about me fake, so you know I ain't acting. But I'm still entertaining, some lights, camera, action. Put me in your headphones, your head is in the hurricane. That's how it is, the way I blow your mind away. Compare me with the Tampa Bay Rays, cause I'm the underdog fighting, taking out the devil, Lord Devil.
Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up off my block, you'll never take me down. Baby, it's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up off my block, you'll never take me down. Baby, it's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no.
Honor God, that's the name that I'm living by. I'm saved from the sin and high, I'm praising the living God. I serve him, hate sin, I'm a vessel. I use gifts, bless you like het you. Bless me, Lord, teach me how to live life, imitating the perfect example that is Christ. Everybody dies, but not everybody lives. So we serve Jesus because life is who he is.
I'm in change, this is far from a phase. I'm shooting every phrase, aim to give my God praise. In my sins I was chained, living something like a slave in a cage, so afraid. Now I'm boasting on his name. He is the lion, coming down from Zion. No lying or denying, after troubles come to triumph. Don't fear 2012, no mind hieroglyphics. I will not fidget, get my wisdom from his scriptures.
Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up off my block, you'll never take me down. Baby, it's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no. Try it all you want, you'll never take me down. Get up on my block, you'll never take me down. Baby, it's how we live, you'll never take me down. Never, 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 no.
All right, and that was J Deuce and Friends with Never Take Us Down right here on the Sportswire. So we've gone over Roddy Piper, we've gone over Ronda Rousey and her fight tonight. Definitely a big time, stuff. A lot of stuff to talk about in sports. Just gonna give a Roddy Piper memory right now. This is a Facebook. I think it's a group. It's called "It's Still Real to Us." Damn it! It's a wrestling group, and this was just posted on Facebook, and I just shared it. Hot Rod was one of my favorites as a child. One of the first things I saw was when Morton Downey Jr. was smoking a cigarette on the Piper's pit. That was at WrestleMania 5. Piper pulled out a fire extinguisher and soaked him. I thought it was the greatest thing at the time. It was actually hilarious. Outside of wrestling, though, this was my favorite line he dropped in the cult classic, They Live. Piper, you were always entertaining and always played by your own rules. Much love and keep it rowdy on the other side. And has a picture, a meme, if you will. It says Piper strolling into heaven like, I've come here to kick ass and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And it's just hilarious. I mean, I never saw They Live. I guess it's something that now I have to watch because there's so many quotes that are going to be coming out of it. But Roddy Piper I think he was one of the first wrestlers to actually cross over into mainstream media, mainstream film. And Hulk Hogan followed with Rocky 3. Well, I think Rocky 3 came out first before They Live. But either way, it's like Hogan and Piper, and that's why WrestleMania was a huge success, because not only did you have Hogan, who was in Rocky 3, you had Piper, who was in They Live. Then Hell Comes to Frogtown. That's another one that I have to find. And then Mr. T and Bob Orton and, Superfly Snuka was there, and Paul Orndorff. And amazingly, it's one of those things where, Roddy Piper was Roddy Piper. He lived by his own rules. When he went to WCW, he had the same character no matter where he went. I didn't see him too much in Impact because I never watched him in TNA because I don't watch TNA. Not many people do. But, I have a huge respect for Roddy Piper. I thought, honestly, he was better on the mic than Ric Flair. Because he told it like it is. But I mean, you have that group of people that were just absolutely awesome on the mic. Flair, Piper, Dusty, Hogan, Savage, Warrior. Well, you could never understand what the hell the Warrior was saying, but, his promos were memorable. Austin, The Rock, Triple H. Thank you. And just absolutely fantastic. And he's definitely going to be missed. All right, so now, yesterday, the 31st of July, was the Major League Baseball trade deadline 2015. And who did what leading up to the trade deadline? Starting back from July 23rd, a week out, okay? The Pirates, they traded Jonathan Berrios to the Brewers for Aramis Ramirez. And then the Astros got Scott Kazmir from the A's for Daniel Mangden and Jacob Nottingham. So they were the first ones to strike. And they were like 8 days out from the trade deadline. On the 24th, the Angels acquired Connor Gillespie from the White Sox for cash. The Mets got Juan Uribe and Kelly Johnson from the Braves for John Gant and Rob Whalen, which Kelly Johnson's a former Yankee. And then the Cardinals acquired Steve Cishek from the Marlins for Kyle Baraclow. Some of these names I can't even pronounce. The Royals got Johnny Cueto on the 26th from the Reds for Brandon Finnegan, and John Lamb, and Cody Reed. So that was the first big name that left. Johnny Cueto. The Yankees were looking at him, but I guess didn't pull the trigger, obviously. On the 27th, the Angels got Shane Victorino from the Red Sox for John Rutledge and cash. The Mets got Tyler Clippard from the A's for Casey Meisner. On the 28th, the 28th was a big day. The Blue Jays got shortstop Troy Tulowitzki from LaTroy Hawkins from the Rockies for Jose Reyes, Jeff Hoffman, Miguel Castro, and Jesus Tinoco. So Jose Reyes is now going to the Rockies. The Royals got Ben Zobrist from the A's for Aaron Brooks and Sean Manaea. The Nationals acquired Jonathan Papelbon and cash and cash considerations for Nick Pivetta. The Angels acquired David DeJesus from the Tampa Bay Rays for Edward Lopez. And the Angels got David Murphy from the Indians for Eric Stamets. The Blue Jays were very active for the trades. As you know, they got Troy Tulowitzki, and you'll find out even more. On the 29th, the Pirates got Joe Blanton from the Royals for cash. The Rangers acquired Cole Hamels, Jake Diekman, and cash from the Phillies for Matt Harrison and Jorge Alfaro. Nick Williams and Jake Thompson. Nick Williams, Jake Thompson, Alec Asher, and Jared Eichhoff. So they gave up almost a whole farm for Cole Hamels. Another one the Yankees were looking at. Big day on the 30th. 1 day removed. 1 day out, I should say. All right. The Cardinals acquired Brandon Moss from the Indians for Rob Kaminsky. The Blue Jays got David Price from the Tigers. So that's Price and Tulowitzki. For Daniel Norris, Matt Boyd, and Jairo Laborde. The Dodgers got Alex Wood, Jim Johnson, Luis Avalon, Jose Peraza, Bronson Arroyo, and cash from the Braves for Hector Olivero, Paco Rodriguez, and Zach Bird. The Braves will also get compensation draft picks from the Marlins. Bronson Arroyo, he was part of the Dodgers, I thought, but I guess he must have left after the Red Sox trade. The Dodgers also acquired Matt Latos and Michael Morse from the Marlins for Kevin Guzman, Jeff Brigham, and Victor Araujo. The Yankees got Dustin Ackley from the Mariners for Ramon Flores and Jose Ramirez. The Astros got Carlos Gomez, Mike Fears, and a 76th international signing slot from 2015-2016. I don't even know what that is. From the Brewers for Brett Phillips, Domingo Santana, Josh Hader, and Adrian Hauser. And the Pirates acquired Joaquin Soria from the Tigers for Jacoby Jones. And now on the last day of the last day. Now, where's the one that I read? I don't see it. I just thought. All right, the Giants on the 31st. The Giants acquired Mike Leake from the Reds for Adam Duvall and Kiri Mella. The Cardinals got Jonathan Broxton and cash from the Brewers for Malik Kalimar. The Orioles required Gerardo Parra from the Brewers for Zach Davies. The Blue Jays got Mark Lowe from the Mariners for Nick Wells, Jacob Brents, and Rob Rasmussen. The Cubs acquired Darren Harum from the Marlins for Ivan Pinheiro and Elliot Soto. The Twins got Kevin Jepson from the Rays for Chin Wei Hu and Alexis Tapia. The Blue Jays also got Ben Revere and cash from the Phillies for Jimmy Cordero and Alberto Torrado. The Mets got Yoenis Cespedes from the Tigers for Michael Fulmer and Luis Cesa. The Cubs got Tommy Hunter from the Orioles for Junior Lake. The Pirates acquire J.A. Happ from the Mariners for Adrian Sampson. The Pirates got Michael Morse from the Dodgers for Jose Tabata. And the Padres acquired Mark Rezepinski from the Indians for Abraham Almonte. I could have thought that the Yankees got Yasiel Puig. At least that's what I thought, unless that was a joke. And now I have to Google it. The Yankees did not make an offer for Yasiel Puig. Okay, so I saw it on Facebook that the Yankees got Yasiel Puig, but I guess not. Okay, so that was that was a lie, I guess. So big names. The Blue Jays are looking forward, and they're looking to get a lot of stuff coming out going towards the postseason, and it's one of those things where you need it. They needed it. They're, I believe, 7 or 8 games back out of first behind the Yankees. They need to really start working on it, and then it's anybody's game at this point between those two. And I think they're like 2 games out of the wild card. So, they could probably they could definitely get to the wild card. They just have to make sure all the pieces fit together. The Yankees are on a tear. They beat the Rangers 21-6 the other day after being down 5-0. They scored double digits again last night against the White Sox. They've been on a roll lately. They lost their last game against Texas, but you know what? In the grand scheme of things, they still won the series. And no matter what, I think they're going to go to the postseason this year. With the way they fare, it's anybody's question. But A-Rod is on his game. A-Rod, Teixeira, they're both on their game. And I think they have everything together. They could have used another starting pitcher, but that's not, it's not for me to say. I'm not the GM. I'm not the coach. I'm not the owner. So that's just my opinion as a fan. But you know what? Either way, the rest of the season is going to be great. And I look forward to the rivalry. I think the Yankees still have like 13 games against Toronto. in the rest of the season. So, either way, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right, so we're going to get to our next song. This is the song I was talking about, the Mugs, off their Born Ugly CD. It's called Losing End Blues, right here on the Sportswire.
Are you going my way? Hit your ride. I'm on the losing end to take my lumps in stride. One is not a number that takes the chance to figure my mind. I won't leave ya, the best is yet to come. Let's blow the scene and leave them behind. Oh, hit your ride. Are you going my way? Hit your ride. I'm on the losing end. The skies are hard to hide. Take my hand and lead ya. Touch can pull this bond from my side. I won't leave ya. The best is yet to come. Your smile is all I need to survive. Oh, hit your ride. Misery Charlotte's company. 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 Misery Charlotte's company.
All right, and that was the Mugs with Losing End Blues off the Born Ugly CD, Born Ugly album. So they're pretty good. The first thing I've heard from them, and they're pretty good. So definitely check them out. The Mugs, Detroit's #1 rock trio, I believe. So, all right. So, what else are we going to talk about in this episode of the Sportswire? We got, we still got our dumb laws to do. WWE, there's not much going on other than there's just a lot of stuff going on in terms of SummerSlam. Obviously, is now a 4-hour epic event. They're bringing it to a WrestleMania style level now. So we shall see. We shall see what it is, because it's supposed to be pretty good. They're setting it up. They're setting it up to be a big thing. They're setting it up to be a big thing, and I really think that the WWE is going full forward to make it so that it's one of those things where an epic event, epic event. So what? The main event is obviously Brock Lesnar against The Undertaker in a rematch from WrestleMania 30. And I'm torn. I don't know who's going to win. I don't know how they're going to play it off. I don't know who's going to look better. I don't know who's going to look worse. Who needs to win? It's like, and you don't want another swerve ending. Because like if they want to set up Sting and The Undertaker at WrestleMania for because that's like the biggest match that people have wanted 15 years ago or 10 years ago. It's like it's almost like you want to have a swerve ending where it's like The Undertaker's going to pin Brock Lesnar, and then all of a sudden the lights go out and you hear the crow, and you see Sting in the rafters, and he comes down, points a bat at The Undertaker, set up WrestleMania right there, which would be actually pretty freaking sweet. But you don't want to kind of have that swerve ending again at another pay-per-view. You had it with at Battleground when The Undertaker came out to distract Brock Lesnar and that. So you just had that swerve ending. At WrestleMania, you had a clean ending, even though it was a swerve because Seth Rollins came out to cash in the Money in the Bank. So, it is what it is. I don't know the booking committee of the WWE. I don't know what they want. All I know is that originally they were looking at having Sting in a 6-man tag or a regular tag match with Roman Reigns and possibly Dean Ambrose against the Wyatt family of Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, and a possible third Wyatt family member since Eric Rowan is injured. And it would end up it could have been Bo Dallas. Or even rumor had it Adam Rose going back to his Leo Kruger character. But I don't know. I've heard those plans have been scrapped. I really think that The Undertaker needs a win, but you don't want to have Brock Lesnar be beat again or not have a victory again because he lost, he technically lost he did. He lost at WrestleMania, though he was never pinned. He didn't get a clean victory Battleground, even though he was the winner. So, you don't necessarily want that, for someone who's arguably the biggest attraction besides The Undertaker. So you have those two top attractions going at each other. It's I don't know. I can't even fathom to take a guess at who's going to win. So I definitely welcome comments. Of course, I welcome comments. I welcome questions, but I don't know necessarily who's gonna win and how it's gonna play out. So we shall see. That's all I can say is we shall see. It is it is what it is. And we'll see how they we'll see how they do it, but it's going to be a good match either way. It's on August 23rd, the day after my birthday, and we'll see how it goes. But I still have 2 more songs I have to play, and we're already almost an hour into this thing, so I'm going to go to another song. This is our good friend Jenna Marotta. Take It or Leave It, a new song from her right here on the Sportswire. Jenna Marotta, Take It or Leave It.
To occupy my time, I found someone. Was it a freaking crime? You never knew me. You only thought you had me. I just wanted you to come along with me for the ride. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking? wish I would have told her so. I'm here waiting. You should be waiting on me. Tired of changing. Now you're gonna change for me. You want my love, but you won't admit it. Suppose I take it all away. You'll be saying, oh no, she didn't. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking? To let this girlie go. She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking? To let this girlie go. She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. I need another verse. What am I gonna say? Doesn't matter. You never listen to me anyway. You want this. You don't even know how bad. Guess I'll take it to another man. I know you're thinking, what was I thinking? To let this girlie go. She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I wish I would have told her so. She's not some damn chick in the back of my Lincoln. I should have told her
Wow. And that was Jenna Marotta with Take It or Leave It right here on the Sportswire. What a voice. Absolutely phenomenal. Check her out, definitely, because she's fantastic. She's a fantastic talent. She's become a friend. We've conversed on Facebook. And, she's going to definitely sending out some merchandise to for me to auction off or auction or raffle off for the Ride for Lexi coming up in just a little over a month. I believe it's September 20th. It is a Saturday. We're going to, and Sportswire is going to be live from there. So we're definitely going to be there live, and I'm going to try to set up some guests, try to get some talent in just to come in and talk, because obviously I can't carry it myself. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and that's going to be on Ride for Lexi 2015. Let me just there we go. September 20th, 10 a.m. New Britain Quartet Club on Worcester Street in New Britain. It's kickstands go up at 11 a.m. But we're going to be there all day. There's going to be a band, and we're going to be doing it. So we'll be there all day, probably like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and we'll be broadcasting live from there. So come on down. It's going to be a big thing. And like I said, there's going to be a cookout there. $20 per person for the ride. So here's the information for it. If you're in the Connecticut area, of course, if you're not, I don't expect you to travel here for it. But Poker Run registration at 10 a.m. Kickstands up at 11. $20 per person, includes a cookout. Saints Restaurant from Plainville, Connecticut will be catering the event. Special raffle, $20. First prize, custom chopper donated by Evolution Cycles. Second prize, custom bike trailer. Third prize, 46-inch TV. No bike, no problem. Come join the fun at 1 o'clock. horse rides, snow cones, and great food. Live music by Curly Daddy. For more info, call Debbie 203-509-2292. Thank you all. Thank you for all your love and support. Lexi was born with osteogenesis imperfecta, which is a brittle bone disease. Lexi is 13 and to date has had 73 fractures. Lexi is the most happiest kid. She swims and horseback rides. Lexi's in 6th grade and loves school. Lexi's bones are breakable, but not her spirit. She's a tough cookie. So I'm very happy to be able to help. And the poker run can be done in a car if it rains. So, check it out. Miss Connecticut will be there. And, be able to get an interview with her. Obviously, the Sportswire will be there here with Fat Guy Radio. Big Lou was going to be there with me, but obviously, unfortunately, he passed away as well. But in his memory, we're going to be able to... we'll be there. All right. So we've got one more song to go before I get to my final segment. And, it's one of those days where it's a slow news day. We've had a lot of stuff happen over the week. But the Yankees are obviously in Chicago. They'll be playing 7 o'clock tonight. Going through what's trending. Obviously, Roddy Piper is trending. iPhone. Man finds a working iPhone that fell 9,300 feet during a flight. I don't know how it would have fallen from a plane, but who knows? Ian McShane, actor cast in season 6 of Game of Thrones. I never watched Game of Thrones. It's one thing I never really got into. Obviously, Bobby Christina Brown also passed away. We talked about it on Tuesday's show. The funeral was being held today on Saturday the 1st. Ken Paxton, Texas Attorney General, indicted on multiple felony charges. Now, this is something I have to talk about before I get to my final song. Now, Jericho the Lion is trending. Cecil the Lion's brother allegedly killed or illegally killed by a hunter. Okay, so I don't understand what the big deal is with Cecil the Lion and Jericho the Lion. And maybe it's just because I'm ignorant to something. But I don't understand what the big deal is. I mean, first of all, you're right. Nobody eats lion meat, so, you don't want to kill it to eat it. So, which means you're probably killing it to make, a rug or a hide out of it or whatever. Now, here's the thing. People are hunters. They kill for whatever reason. I didn't know that lions were not able to be killed. I mean, my thing is, like, if you're going to kill an animal, you better be able to eat it. Like a cow or a pig or a buffalo or rabbit, frog. You could eat that. I've never seen lion meat in any supermarket. I mean, I guess maybe you could. So I don't understand what the big deal is. There's so many people who are so upset about, Cecil the Lion being killed by the dentist from Michigan or Minnesota or somewhere in the United States. People are so upset about that, but yet they're going to end up, doing a lot of different stuff. They're not worried about, crime here in the States that's going on, whether it be, murders or black on black murders or white on black or cops or whatever. It's like so many people worry about, a lion over in Africa that, whatever. Like I said, I don't know the difference. But the fact of the matter is, excuse me. I don't understand what the big deal is. I really, truly don't. And if I did, I wouldn't be saying I do. I don't. But why are people so up in arms? I would love to find out why people are so up in arms about this lion being killed. I think it was more along the lines of, maybe, I don't know. I wish I knew. There's such a big deal going on about it because, people are, friendly lion, you shouldn't be killed. But again, it's like, how, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand why it's such a big thing. I will say this, that I do fully support Hulk Hogan and his, his problems with racism, supposedly, and everything. Big news, the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be in WWE 2K16. There's two versions of the Terminator, the T-800 from both Terminator and Terminator 2. That's funny, I think, but yeah, they took Hulk Hogan out of it. But I just don't. I don't know. I don't understand about that lion story, why it's such a big deal, but that's just me. So now we're gonna go to our final song. That was my rant for the day, I guess. It's Alexa Wilkinson. Haven't played her in a while, but here's Alexa Wilkinson, who just gone right here on the Sportswire.
When you're trying to tell me about the world and everything, I can see how you think that I am listening. When you're trying to tell me to run, I never say yes or no, but the world sure closes in on me. On me. Oh yeah. Can't you find another attraction to hide behind? I'm not your show and tell anymore. When will this show end? I am so alone. I need to find me on the inside. Inside, you should know that I'm gone without leaving you. Have never known the side of me. Ignorance is your flaw. Notice that I'm gone. It's amazing how nothing I do convinces you I'm doing all right on my own. I take a look, I'm not crazy, but maybe there's something more to this than being alone, yeah. Alone, 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 yeah. Try to find another reason to fight. I'm saying that I don't want your dream anymore. When will this parade end? I am so alone. I need to find me on the inside. Inside, you should know that I'm gone without leaving you. Have never known the side of me. Ignorance is your fault. Notice that I'm gone, yeah. Sometimes it's so hard to see the light. It's just that I'm failing and confusing myself. I'm trying to make you proud, so stand up and please just shout. And I'm sorry, I'm sorry. You should know that I'm gone without leaving you. Never known the side of me. Ignorance is your flaw. Notice you should know that I'm gone without leaving you. Have never known the side of me. Ignorance is your flaw. Notice, oh notice that I'm gone. I'm gone, 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 gone. I'm gone, I'm gone, gone, gone.
All right, and that was Alexa Wilkinson with Just Gone right here on the Sportswire. Another great talent. I mean, I have to say, I've been getting a lot of great talented, musical guests. I don't want to say guests because they're not appearing live on the show. But, I've been playing, their music. They are, being promoted by Fat Cat Radio. And so I want to just go through the list of talent that I used today in today's show. Jenna Marotta, the Mugs, AJ Jansen, Jay Deuce, and Alexa Wilkinson. Thank you for thank you for your music. Keep up the great work, and you'll get there as soon as you get there when you can. You'll get there. So, and I do want to say I want to put a shout out there to Deanna Marie. She's a Tough Enough hopeful. Hopefully for next season's Tough Enough that she'll be able to get in there. I'm working on getting an interview with her. Because of, she had said that she's a Tough Enough hopeful, and, we'll work on it. I told her I can't promise getting her to the WWE radar, but it's still exposure. You never know where the right person is going to see the right post in the right group. All about, I do belong to quite a few groups about wrestling, about sports, about music, and I promote the Sportswire in all of them. Even on the ones like Craigslist and Free Cycle and stuff, I promote it because you never know who's out there, who's going to want to listen, and you never know where your fans are going to come from. I did get out of some groups, especially after everything that's going on with Desiree, and I'm not going to get into anything personal here. Like I said, the story's been told numerous times. Well, no, not numerous times. The story hasn't been told specifically on the Sportswire, but you guys know I'm going through stuff personally. But after everything that's been going on, I did leave a few groups that I was in for personal reasons. But anywho, I promoted every group I'm in. There's only a couple that I don't, because like soulmates and spiritual soulmates and spirit science and all that. I don't necessarily promote the show in there. But anything to do with wrestling, sports, music, just people in general, like Craigslist, Free Cycle, free stuff, business, small businesses. I promote it. I post the Sportswire in there because you never know where that next talent is going to come from. You never know who's going to listen and be like, you know what? This person's trying to get on Tough Enough. Let me contact them and see if, we could get it done or whatever. So I have, I'm working on getting interviews with these people. So, that's what it boils down to. I'm trying to help people, and unfortunately that could get me in trouble sometimes. But that's neither here nor there. Anywho, all right, let me go to our final segment of the day. And that's our dumb law of the day. This time we're going international again. We're going to the dumb laws in Denmark. So here's a funny one. It's like I said, dumb laws in Denmark. This is from courtesy of dumblaws.com. All right. Attempt to escape from prison is not illegal. However, if one is caught, he is required to serve out the remainder of his term. So if you escape from prison and you're not caught, you're fine. Wow. No one may start a car with someone when someone is underneath it. That's normal, I guess. Headlights must be on whenever a vehicle is being operated in order to distinguish it from parked cars. I can see that. When driving, you must have someone in front of your car with a flag to warn horse-drawn carriages that a motor car is coming. Oh, bother. Oh, but I didn't know there were still horse-drawn carriages in Denmark. Any carport added to a building increases the value of the building by $15, I guess, or their currency. There is a penalty of 20 KR. I don't know what that's for. Their monetary, I guess, their monetary system for not reporting when a person has died. Persons may not wear a mask. I don't know if that includes Halloween or not. A fee is levied on each purchaser of any plastic bottle which is returned upon return of the bottle. So that's, deposit like we have here. Before starting your car, you are required to check lights, brakes, steering, and honk your horn. Okay. One may not be charged for food at an inn unless that person, by his or own opinion, is full. So, if you're not full, you can just keep eating and eating. But if you're full, then you have to charge. You get charged for. Wow. Okay. All right. If your vehicle stalls and you leave it on the side of the road, you must mark the vehicle with a red reflecting triangle. Okay, that's normal. Or something like that. Restaurants may not charge for water unless it is accompanied by another item such as ice or lemon slice. So if you just get water, it's free. But if you get a water with lemon or water with ice, you have to pay for it. Ridiculous. If a horse-drawn carriage is trying to pass a car and the horse becomes uneasy, the owner of the car is required to pull over and, if necessary, cover the car. Oh, wow. Required to cover the car. That's just ludicrous. Wow. Okay, so those are the dumb laws in Denmark. Holy cow. Wow. All right. Well, that's it for today. On that note, that's where we're gonna end it. On that note, again, sad news: the passing of Hot Rod Roddy Piper. Let me just go over our sponsors one more time. Wayne Jones Management Company, www.blemg.com. Jerry Wilson from It's So Real Productions. And then Stay Blessed Productions as well. Those are our sponsors. Check us out online, www.swe-ct.com. Facebook. www.myfatcatradio.com. And then Facebook.com/BDC Vinny Apicella, Facebook.com/SportswireCT, Facebook.com/Fat Radio Enterprise. Then, of course, you can always check out Twitter, Periscope, Pinterest, Instagram, Foursquare, Tout, Tumblr, SoundCloud, SWE Connecticut, and then on YouTube, Google Plus, and Skype, Sportswire SWE. All right, we're done for the day. Find us on iTunes. Follow us. Subscribe to us. Go to iTunes. Go to the podcast page. Search for Sportswire. You look for our flame logo. Click on it. Subscribe. It's that easy. And every episode will be delivered directly to your listening apparatus. I am still torn whether I'm going to set up a completely new show for the Connecticut Panthers or not. I think I'm just going to keep them under Sportswire for this season. See how they do with listening, with listens and followers, and then maybe next year we'll give them their own show, and we'll see how it goes from there. All right, folks, thank you so much for listening. I've had a great time, and I'm actually going to end the show today with Roddy Piper's theme song because another tribute paid to him. Thank you so much for everything, for all the listens. Piper, Roddy, I know you're watching from up above. Thank you. Our prayers are with your family, with your friends, the entire wrestling industry. Thank you for everything, for your influence in the WWE and in wrestling in general. Thank you for your contributions to the sports entertainment genre. You will be missed by a lot of people. Roddy, we love you, and as soon as we think we know the answers, he changes the questions. Have a good night, everybody.